Hello, I'm Todd Gatewood. Let's dive deep into the Patterson Gimlin film. This is one of the beginning frames. It's an important frame. Some of the first frames of the film are removed because there's light leak on them. So when people say there's missing frames, that's what they're referring to. But I'm going to talk about first this stream. The stream that Roger Patterson crosses in the film runs from the right to the left of the screen. And this is the glimpse of the stream that you get to see briefly. Now I've stabilized it for you, and I want you to see the water running in it. It's very clear, it's very evident. What's also good and clear is the ground, the rocks, and the surface. But you can clearly see here the water running in the stream. Now, I've heard some pretty funny things that was something other than a stream, and it's just absurd. It's absurdity. You don't need a committee to tell you that's a stream or water. You just don't. You don't need a scientist to tell you that's a stream or water, because your own eyes can tell you, look at it moving, that's water. We're humans, we know what that is. But let's move along and take a look at something else. Now, in this frame, just a few frames forward from where we were at, I've got these arrows pointed to this arcing, smooth part at the bottom right of the frame. That is the road. Roger and Bob were riding their horses down a logging road, and there you can clearly see it. It's clear in other frames as well. But Roger's off his horse, and he's going to run forward across this road and those rocks, and then he's going to drop downward. And then he's got to go across the stream, and then he's got to go up. And his finger slips off the trigger, and this is where one of the trigger slips is. But that's the stream that the arrow is pointing to. You can see he started to turn the camera in a circular fashion. You can see that circular blur motion, but it's still just a glimpse. He's going to emerge at that top right part where that log is sticking up, or that branch or an arm of a branch. But there's another frame, this frame, where we can see the stream clearly again. And once again, Patty's in the frame. He's starting to go down the hill, and she's just out of sight. When he comes up, he'll have her back in camera sight, and he's going to emerge by that top stick that we're going to see. But he's in hot pursuit, and amazing athleticism displayed, that he could do all this and get as good of a film as he got, for real. And this is where he emerges, and there's another trigger slip, and the filming starts here again, and that is Patty right there. So she's traversed, I don't know, 50, 60 yards in that amount of time. She's got long, wide strides, but once again you can see the blur. And then shortly after this frame, we're going to say about 6 or 7 frames forward, we'll get what I call the first really good look at her. But that's where she is in this blur, and you can pretty much identify her throughout all of the blurs. Well, I'll show you. There she is in this blurry frame. Understand they do remove these frames from broadcast, but that's not really fair, because you don't get a good picture. It just doesn't make as much sense. Looking at it very slowly and looking through the blurs, and by the way, notice the yellow tints and scratches and staining on the film. That's all going to get cleaned off. But there she is. You can see between her legs. You can see her right arm clearly. Her left arm is swinging in front. Her right arm's to the back. Her left leg is forward, and she's in motion. She's just walking off. But there she is, and I think it's important that we notice these things. This, going forward, another frame, is her, and we get a really good look at her here. And yeah, just glorious. I want you to pay attention to her feet. There's other muscle groups. It's undeniable. We lost a great one here recently, Dr. Meldrum, but he did so much to point out the mechanics of the foot and how it works. But look at her heel and the sole of her heel, and then her toes. Toes up, foot bent. Costumes don't bend like that. So here we have it again. And it's just spectacular. To see the movement, even frozen like this, there's motion. You can see her spot on her calf, her thighs, her muscles, they're all moving. All right. This would be a good time to have that little conversation that you know I'm gonna have with you. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and liking to this channel. I gotta tell you, I'm blown away at the response. That last video with Big Homie CC is off the hook, and you guys made it happen. 92% of you, though, are not subscribed. Wow, let's just take it to the limit. Do it, come on. Subscribe, you can do it. You can even share, it really helps me. You know, your own algorithm, you understand, in social media, people aren't gonna see your stuff if you don't post. You got something every day to say? I mean, you probably do, but hey, if you don't, throw this out there. I don't mind if you repost and share, it's quite all right. But thank you so much for coming by this channel. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for going to my store for merch. I gotta tell you, there's a bunch of new merch coming out. We're gonna have shower curtains, all kinds of fun stuff. Now, we have, you know, the necessities. We have coffee cups, we have t-shirts, we have snow globes, we have phone cases, and we have prints. All of the Patterson film, frame 352 that you know it as, the best version going in the world ever. And you can own a copy. It's just that easy. Now, I don't know how long that store will be there. You never know. These things aren't guaranteed to stay around forever. I'm not gonna stay around forever. So, hey, get it while you can is what I'm trying to say. Now, that last video, I just loved it. I had a great time visiting with my son, Big Homie CC. We have something that we want to bring to you guys, and like I was just talking to him a few minutes ago, you guys know how to help. There is a link below in the description. I want you to follow it. It's to a GoFundMe that he has put up. It's to help feed families in Kenya. This is a great cause. And if you know anything about Big Homie CC and his work with rescuing trafficked kids and people, his good works just don't stop there. And this is a way that you guys can get involved. Now, I want to challenge you. The goal is pretty low there, and I know it's going to get met. Let's see if we can hit $10,000, okay? The goal's around $3,000, I think. It's about there. I know you guys can push it forward. Now, if it comes down to buying something, merch off my store, hey, stop right there. I want you to go to that GoFundMe. Put that money to those families and kids in Kenya to help feed them and educate them, and I will feel so much better. You can come back to that store. I'll keep it around long enough, but I want you guys to go out there. Let's make this challenge together. Let's see if we can push it to the limit and get more. It goes so far, and hey, it's the holiday season. We all need to share. It's good for us. You'll feel better about yourself, so please do. Thank you so much. All right, now let's get back into the deep dive with the Patterson film. All right, this frame here is just wowzered. I mean, wow. Even in its dirty form, you know, as an analyst, I'm going to always come back to and an archivist, the condition of the film. But look at her foot. It's not completely washed out, and it's not completely white. That's what you see from other copies of the film. It has to do with how it was processed. But here you can clearly see the sole of her foot. Look at the shading in it. Look how the toes are up in the other foot, and those toes are bent and down. You can see the arch in her foot as well. It's quite clear. It's quite apparent. So these are some of the things and details that you're going to get to see that you haven't seen. Look at the muscle structure in her legs, in her glutes, her back arm, her elbows back. And then here we're going to go a few frames forward, and we're going to rock it a little bit and take a look at some of this motion for you. But it's just spectacular. I mean, study that. It's incredible. All right, I like this frame. It's a funky pose. What you're seeing is her legs are together as she's in full motion. It looks like she's just standing there like a duh, here I am. But no, her knees are lined up. But look, they're both bent. You can see the knife edge of her hand. I'm not sure what the little light that looks like a C shape on the back of her calf is. It's just the way her hair is displaced and the light is catching it. But people don't stand or walk that way. They just don't. And they don't walk with bent knees. Wow. Just wow. Here we go, a couple frames forward from that, about 5 or 6 frames. And what do we see? Once again, please focus on the feet. Look, toes up, foot bent. Let's go a couple frames forward. She's in full motion. Once again, toes bent, glutes, everything well defined. Her spine, the hair on her back, her calf muscles. We're going to look at some muscle movements here. So, once again in this frame, about 8 frames forward from the last one that we were looking at. Now, toes up. Look at her calf. You can see her calf tightening up, just like anybody with a well-defined muscular calf does when they walk. Her calves, her back muscles, her glutes, her shoulder, her triceps, you can see it all. Toe up, toe down, toe up, down. That's a skin suit. That's a person. That's somebody walking, y'all. It's not a costume. You don't need anyone to tell you that. You can see for yourself. Did you catch that? We're going to rock real slow here. I want you to study your muscles because they're in motion. Look at the side of the soles of her feet. Look at her leg calves, her calves on her legs. All of it, you can see it tense up and extend back. So let's take another look at the motion and her locomotion. There those knees are together. Pretty cool. You can see her feet flexing as she walks in just a very natural motion. See her hands, Her fingers even move. You can see her little pinky kind of tense up, and yep, her big hairy hooters.